Welcome to another episode of UCRD Reviews. Today we're looking at another expensive P-Bandai Metal Robot Spirits release. This one is the RX-93 Nu Gundam Double Funnel type, and this mobile suit comes from the Char's Counterattack MSV. It's pretty much the same as the Nu Gundam that we saw in the Char's Counterattack movie. However, this one omits the large beam saber storage rack in favor of a second rack for fin funnels, allowing it to hold a total of 12. It also has a prototype beam rifle and shield, but is otherwise mostly the same. My first complaint with this new Metal Robot Spirits figure is that it only comes with 6 fin funnels. It is basing itself on this line art, where it does indeed only have 6 fin funnels on there. I'll show that kind of more close up, which makes sense, but it would have been nice to have 12 fin funnels. And the case in point here is the previous Robot Spirits Nu Gundam release years ago actually had a full expansion set that included the parts necessary to make this Nu Gundam Double Funnel type. It also came with the beam barrier and 6 additional fin funnels. So they did it right back in the day, and they failed to do that here with this set that is much more expensive. However, it is a Metal Robot Spirits release, and it is the Nu Gundam, which is super cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it does come with. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the Nu Gundam. So we've seen the Nu Gundam in the Metal Robot Spirits line not too long ago with the mass production type Nu Gundam. That one was a KA signature figure, and this one is not. So there are going to be some design choice differences between the two, and we'll check them out later. But for now, we need to look at this one. So we have the head Vulcans sculpted in there. Head looks quite nice. It'll go down about that far, and it'll come up a decent amount, and it'll do a full rotation. You do want to be careful of the antenna. You do not get a replacement. The torso doesn't have a whole lot of movement. It'll come down about that far, come up to just a resting state, and then you'll get a little bit of side to side out of it, and then there is a ball joint up in here. Not a lot of movement. We do have some nice markings in the painted camera. That's where the backpack is stored. We'll look at that in a moment. We have beam rifle storage here. All of the skirt armor is ball jointed and very movable. I'll pop that one off. A little too movable. And so you can see the front here as well. We have the 01 marking on that one. And so quite a bit there in terms of movement. We have the typical Robot Spirits hip joints that'll rotate forward. So you can see the difference in the two hips there. Big metal joint, which is nice. Thigh swivel, also nice. Leg will come out about that far, which is really cool. And you get a nice big knee joint here, and it'll come up about to there. Looks really great. I like the when they do the hydraulics in there. So with the rest of the leg, you have some markings. This doesn't really move hardly at all where that thruster is. At least mine doesn't feel like it does. And then moving down to the foot itself, there's the bottom of the foot. Looks nice. The claws do not deploy, but that's okay. Foot will come down about that far, and it'll come up with toe articulation about that far with a really nice looking joint on it. And then you have some really nice side to side on it as well. And then moving back up here, let me close all this off. Back up to the arms, we have this Nu Gundam has different shoulders than the standard Nu Gundam. They did put the Amuro emblem on here, even though the original line art didn't have that. And I actually kind of liked that the original line art didn't have Amuro's symbol on it, because this kind of denotes that Amuro got this mobile suit, and he really didn't, as far as I know. So there's the shoulders. Arms, of course, can go all the way around. They'll go out not too far. It looks like that's it. They'll come forward quite a bit. That joint will come out, which that's nice at least. You get some nice elbow articulation. Again, metal joints there, ball jointed hands, and on this arm you have a beam saber storage rack, and you'll notice the peg in there for the beam saber, and when you pull back on this it pops out, which is a really nice feature and makes it real easy to get to the beam saber, and looks really good. So let's grab the backpack here so you can see there's two fin funnel storage pieces there. These do rotate in a couple different directions, which is nice. This rotates as well. You have I think these are fixed thrusters, and then you have bazooka storage there in the middle, and this whole thing should just clip right on just like that. And so there is the Nu Gundam. So looks really nice, but let's take a look at what it actually comes with. So the Nu Gundam comes with two sets of beam rifle hands. We have two sets of beam saber hands and two sets of posing hands. This one also comes with one beam saber, the littler one that fits in the arm. Let's see if I can get it out here. So it's a pretty small plain handle, and then it has a fairly small beam saber blade to it, and this one will fit into the arm storage rack here, and it fits in just like that. And then we'll go ahead and close it into the arm there. So it looks pretty nice. We also get 6 of these fin funnels. Go ahead and get this one out then. So there's the inside of it. They are double jointed on each side, so they have quite a bit of movement. There's these little storage clips on either side. You have hard points on either side for storage, and this is the thruster and also the display clip. So all of these look really nice. We don't get any funnel effects, unfortunately, but we get 6 of these. We have the Nu Gundam's bazooka, which is exactly the same as the one used in the movie. So this one has a gold band around it. It says EFSF. We have the handle that folds, and it'll go all the way back there. We have the nicely painted camera. We have this storage peg here, and we have these nice painted bazooka rounds inside and out, and a camera up at the front here. So very nice. And then the more interesting stuff, the prototype shield. This is essentially the same shield that the Nu Gundam used in the movie. We have the beam cannon here. There are no missiles this time around. We have the arm storage piece, which hinges over like that, which is pretty cool. And it just says 01. It's more plain, doesn't have Amuro's markings on it. So this one just attaches straight to the, I think it's only the left arm that it'll attach to. And then we have the prototype beam rifle. This one's all one static piece, aside from its storage peg, which folds out right there. So nice looking, odd looking weapon, but something different. And then we're going to go ahead and move this tray out of the way to reveal our second tray here. So we have some display pieces for the fin funnels. We have 6 of these, very similar to what we've seen before to display funnels, ball joints on either end. The main display piece is here, so the ball joints will attach here. You have 3 on each side, of course. And so on the backpack, there's 2 white pieces that were here. They just get removed, and then this goes at its place, and you put everything on here. So very easy to do, and I'll show that in a little bit. And then you have 6 of these little clear pieces. If I can get one of these out. There we go. And so this basically attaches to the other ball joint, and this piece attaches to the back of the fin funnel, like so. So pretty easy. And then we have these pieces. You get 2 of each type, and these are just to help secure the fin funnels when they're stored. So they're clear pieces that kind of lock them in place, which is pretty nice. We do get a little stand piece. Boy, everything in this set is hard to get out of the plastic here. There we go. So it is orientated a certain way due to the way it's molded. So the little tiny peg here goes facing the backpack, and it just plugs right in, really easy. And we get a stand piece because we get a really nice stand. So we'll take these 2 pieces off. This is pretty much the same stand that we've seen before. So this says Nu Gundam double fin funnel type with Amuro's symbol, and we can put the larger piece here and the smaller piece up here. They do connect together. There is a secondary sizing so that this can be forward a little bit more, and of course this swivels around, as does this one. You can unlock this and raise it up, and you can unlock this, or I guess it wasn't already unlocked, and this moves around as well. So very nice stand that comes with these. Pretty cool. And like I said, that my only complaint with this set is that it doesn't come with another set of fin funnels. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Nu Gundam with the mass production Nu Gundam. So real quick before we move to the comparison, I decided I wanted to show the fin funnel display pieces real quick. They're really easy to attach and use. It looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. It actually goes around the bazooka, as you can see, even though you have the bazooka stored, and everything clicks into place pretty easily. It is a bit snug with these ball joints, and it is hard to turn these pieces, so you want to be careful not to bend or snap these. These all click in really well, really easy, and yeah, it was really a breeze to use. I'm really happy with how it looks displayed. Would have been nice with double the fin funnels, but you know, I can only harp on that for so long. So now let's go ahead and do the comparison. And so here we have the Nu Gundam mass production type with the Nu Gundam double fin funnel type. So I have this one with the fin funnels configured like the line art, and you can see those clear plastic pieces holding the other fin funnels together. That is optional, however, I chose to do it just so that I don't have anything falling apart, and it'll be great for displaying, so I am glad they included that. And then of course the wonderful Nu Gundam mass production type. So you can see obviously there's major color differences. The head of the mass production type is much larger. The shield is on the mass production type is obviously closer to the standard Nu Gundams, as is the beam rifle that it uses. But you can see there's design similarities, but nothing is actually the same on these. So flipping them around to the back here, it's kind of the same story. It looks similar enough, but they're not actually the same in any regard, and that's true to most mass production mobile suits. So very neat to have both of these MSV units. So being a Metal Robot Spirits and a P Bandai, this one set me back a little bit. It was $132.77, which is a pretty high price tag. However, it is a larger figure and a metal jointed figure at that, and it's cheaper than the mass production Nu Gundam, which is nice. But the question is, was it worth the price? There were a few detractors with it. The shield doesn't fit on the arm very well. We're missing 6 fin funnels, which is unfortunate, and there's no like beam effects or anything for them. And this beam saber recharge rack, you do have to be kind of careful with. If the peg for it goes down too far, it'll actually lock up the mechanism, and if you're not careful with it, you can break it. So you don't want to do that, of course. The rest of this figure works really, really well. The fin funnel display pieces are very easy to use and work just fine. They hold their place really easily. The weaponry seems to be well made. Aside from the shield connection, the joints are nice. They're tight. Figure's painted well. The articulation's not the greatest. I do like these little clear pieces for the fin funnels for displaying so that they don't fall apart. That's pretty nice. So it looks like there was a lot of engineering that went into this figure, and that's part of why it has such a price tag. And of course, you know, it's premium Bandai, which they always have more of a price tag, but we get a nice stand out of it, nice weapons, and you get a pretty cool Char's Counterattack MSV suit. So if you are like me and the Nu Gundam is a little on the boring side because we've seen it so many times, this one's nice to have the Nu Gundam, but it's something a little bit different. So hopefully this helps with decision making on whether or not to pick it up. Let me know in the comments if you got this one or if you skipped it in favor of something else. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.